Good morning, everybody. I'm just doing a walkthrough right now because I know we're going to have a heat index of over 100 degrees today. So I did water a few things like this orange tree. Th- Yeah, it looks pretty good. We got a lot of new growth on it. So that tells me these orange plants love this heat. This heat and this humidity. It's lots of new growth on it. This is a well, those mandarin. This is a mandarin orange tree right here. Yeah, so I watered that. I watered this green star. I watered these Henderson bush beans. Let me move them. I'm going to put them back into their bottom container, and I'm gonna just put some water out here. I'm gonna put it back in here when I come back over here, and just let it sit. But my intentions was to clean off of this area again before this heat comes. I don't know if that's going to be possible. And you see, we got the patio all clean. So I might weed out this bed this morning before it gets too hot. If I don't do it today, I got a lot of time all summer. And this stuff right here is going in the trash. Put it right there so that I can get it when I come back. So because we took that peach tree down, I'm trying to, not the whole peach tree, but we pruned it back very hard. So I'm hoping that it doesn't die for one, and more sun will be able to come through here. And I was just sitting there. I saw those black and white nymph, but I forgot, but flying over these carrots. So you guys make sure you go outside and check your stuff while it's still early before the weather really gets too bad today. It's going to be a terrible day for breathing, but right now we have a reprieve. So I'm just doing a walk around. I'm looking at the new growth on this lime tree. It's really nice. So I'm wondering if we have the growth on it because I did a lot of tree pruning over here, just trying to think of ways to let more sun in. And when I did that, everything came to life. You see the jalapeno pepper has lots of flowers on it. We have some more poblano peppers off of that. We've been eating those. And we have flowers on this jalapeno plant. I did pick some more peas off of here earlier this morning. I see one more that I missed. Basically, I'm trying to get everything that I can harvest and everything watered really well before I go in, because I may or may not come back out tonight. So I tried to water everything, and so far so good. So this is the furniture that came off of the patio that we're going to clean down and then put back over there, because we like to have movie night over there in the summer. And maybe you guys can give me some feedback on this seating area up here. I want to pour a concrete slab right here, maybe 13 by 20, and I want to so we could put some grills back here. Also set up this table, and we also have that heat pit over there in the corner. I don't know if you can see it, but we wanted to make an additional seating area up here because we don't really use it. So that when we have company, if we have a lot, some people can sit here, some people can sit down there on the patio, or maybe up on the deck, and then my favorite little junk area right there. So one thing I can say about this Malabar spinach, it really didn't start growing until it started getting hot. So I'm curious to see, I've never eaten this before, but I'm curious to see what it tastes like and then just how big it will grow. And I know some people like spinach, and I will share it with you, but we'll see. Especially if it comes out anything like what I've researched, then yes, I'm gonna have to share this. So I'm gonna finish this walkthrough because I got distracted, and it's already after over 90 degrees out here. So I hope that the water that I gave everything is going to be enough until tonight. It's going to have to be. And in spite of that, everything looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm excited about this purple rain tomato plant. I can't wait to see what they look like. Every time I say purple rain, it reminds me of Prince. So everything looks good. We have loads of these strawberry black tomatoes, something like that. I don't know. But I haven't planted all over, and we have lots of them. And look at this celery. So after celery wouldn't like such, hot weather, but it does like it, and it smells very good. It smells very good. And I just took off a little piece of the leaf, but it smells very nice. So this watermelon, of course, these are those bush watermelons. They're loving this heat. Our newly planted sweet potatoes, they're loving the heat. I think they grow at least an inch or two every day. Like these are the ones we planted 2 months ago. So these at this point outpaced these, but it was still kind of cold when we put these down. It's cool. And I did pick off these collards today. I did pick off some more, so we're going to be eating those for dinner. And pretty soon I'll be redoing this this 5-tier green stalk right here because they look bad. And the hotter it gets, the worse they're going to look. But I guess the grapevines are loving this heat. This peach tree is in the shade right now, but it's probably like, thank you, but it has lots of new growth on it. Lots. It was bare. And so was this apple tree right here. Lots of new growth. And there's one more back there. And these lima beans, they're it look pretty happy too. Okay. Was talking about how well these sweet potato vines would do, and with these 1,000-head kale plants, and they look pretty happy. They are. I can't remember what type of fertilizer I had down in here, but they are outpacing the ones over there in those plastic containers. So, and they were all planted at the same time. So I'm really curious to see what we're actually going to get in comparison to what's in this box and what's in those 2 boxes right there. And this sweet potato vine. Oh, I was trying to figure out if something was munching on it or if it's this trellis. I think it's the trellis because it did the same thing to the kale plants. But I think I may take this trellis out. Let's see. What's eating this thing to perfection like this? Alright, and this is that cabbage one where I planted the wrong carriage and the wrong tiers. So when I replant this one, this 7-tier green stalk here, I will definitely make sure that there is no cabbage in here. I don't think I'm going to put kale in here either, because they didn't do too good either. They didn't get big like normal. So we finally put up some string for our Kentucky Wonder. Well, we'll see what happens. I didn't expect much from this. And because I also thought that I dropped some bush beans in there by mistake. But we'll see. And this tomato one is doing good. I'm just going to weave it in here. Last time I think I called this the California weave. It may actually be called the Florida weave. Let's see. Yeah. And I did prune this back a little bit this morning. Along with those. Don't they look much better? I pruned all 8 of them. So, because they're in a shady area, I don't expect much out of them. But I want to give them the best possible chance. Along with this one too. Give it the best possible chance. I pruned off this one too. some leaves off. Look like we have some potatoes still still coming up, and they've only been down here about 2 months, so I don't think they're quite ready for harvesting. We did harvest some this morning though, and if they're not in the house, I'll show you when I walk back around. But yeah, this is the only one out of all of them that has flower, even though it's the same potato and they all went down at the same time. And then let me see, this is that tomato plant that I didn't realize. I don't know why I didn't realize that it's you know, like Cherokee, like the small tomatoes. For some reason I thought this was a big bush, but I'm glad I had it planted here next to this trellis so it can just go ahead and do what it do. Here's some more of those tomato black strawberry. I think they're going to be really pretty when they finally do ripen or mature. I think they're going to be really, really pretty. Yeah, so here's more. I think this is more of what it's going to look like. Isn't that pretty? Well, we'll see. But I think they're going to be pretty. And especially growing up over the trellis right here, I think they're going to be really nice. I think these might be those Evil Olive ones. Yeah, Evil Olive. And we'll see how those turn out too. And I got some more Evil Olives over there. Those Evil Olives are supposed to be just like green, never ripen to any color. I thought that those would be pretty too. Also to cut into. Let's see. Isn't that pretty? Well, it's going to be pretty. Especially for people who like to eat fried green tomatoes. They may find that kind of interesting. And these are those beans that I just planted. These are climbing ones. So I ordered a trellis for these. And let's see, what's that? I ordered a trellis for these. And I put some over there. When it comes, I'm going to move both of these and I'm going to connect them to trellis together. I haven't picked out a spot for them yet though. And ever since I moved these zucchini plants over here, they are much happier. At first I thought they were going to be stressed out a little bit because they started flowering so young. But then they dropped the flowers and then they started to produce more leaves, so I guess that's good news. And these bush beans that I have here that I had planted with the kids when the governor came over to the school, they're looking good too. I thought they may go into transplant shock from being in the inside, but they seem to be doing fine. Now these experimental sweet potatoes that I'm putting in here, they seem to be doing fine as well. They're not dead. And basically for these, all I've been doing is I have these sweet potatoes here. I'm just plucking it off, right off of the potatoes. And I'm putting it right in the dirt. And one of the reasons why I'm doing this is because those slips aren't getting big to me fast enough of those potatoes. And I don't want to run out of time. So I'm trying it this way to see if I get any sweet potatoes at all doing it this way, and then the size of them. So our Celtis lettuce is doing good. That's that Chinese lettuce. Ginger is coming up finally. That looks good. These peas I put in here, they look good also. And then I had put 2 bush cucumbers in here, so they're finally coming up too. And then I have this empty bed here. I haven't decided what to put in here yet, but I'll make a decision soon because it's almost July. So this green stalk with these beans in them, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this one. I know it has 42 pockets. So What I might do is I'm thinking about planting either some short carrots in here or saving it for garlic. But I got a few weeks to make up my mind about that. And here's another experimental sweet potato bag where I was doing the same thing, just plucking them off and putting them in. There's not that much soil in here. So I'm wondering if I should put more in there because they're growing nicely too. Look at that one. So I may get something off of those, even if I have to move it inside if it gets cold. And then these potatoes, I did harvest some potatoes. I'm just going to take this leaf off right here. I don't need it. I don't want to come off. Let's see. There we go. It's off. And so I want to make sure that these Cherokee purple tomatoes continue to grow and have good airflow, because it's kind of jammed in over here, just right here. And I got some nice tomatoes on here. You see how nice these are? Some back there, cluster back there, another cluster here, and there, more coming on the top. So I don't want to stress this plant out too much with so many green leaves on here. So I'm gonna try to pick some. It looks like I have a few more tomato plants here that might need some pruning, but I don't want to do it right now. It's too hot. The sun is right here, right on them. I don't want to stress them out. So if I don't get them tonight, I'll get them tomorrow morning. And as you see, my corn is starting to develop their tassels, so that means we're going to maybe getting some corn soon. I do have some in the house though, and I did plant some more. This makes me very happy to see these flower buds on this tree right here. This is a navel orange tree, and a Washington navel orange tree. I did see the new growth on it yesterday. Some here, and some there. What I didn't realize is that it's possibly flowers for fruit. It's exciting. So I'll keep my eyes on this over the next few days. So I guess this one is happy right here, right in a direct path, but not burning, scorching. That's nice. So I think I'm going to be done for the day because it's hot. And I'm going to have a heat stroke. I'm working my way up. So on my way out, I'm just checking on my other tomatoes. These are the black tomato black strawberry. So they're coming along nicely. They're going to go up and over this trellis. And I also have a yellow one. Yellow that's going to go up and over. And then the black eyed peas that I planted beside them. And then 2 bushes. And here's my other experimental sweet potato bucket. And these are growing nicely too. And in the shade. But you see the difference in color? So that could have something to do with growing in the shade. I might shoot it some fertilizer later on tonight. So, and this one that had got knocked over by the rain or flooded out, I decided to let the string bean stay in here. That's here, and then I put 2 tomato plants in the back to use that space. And I hope I don't run out of room. And then this one over here is just all string beans. Oh, I forgot about my 2 lemons. I said I was going to do better by the lemons. Especially this one with the pink leaves. To put the pink inside of lemon flesh. I'm going to come back out and water that one. And I'm also going to come back and water this Meyer lemon one. But not until about 7 o'clock tonight. And also I'll water my 2 green stalks with my lima beans, sweet potatoes, and tomatoes, and pretty flowers. And so I did start some with carrots and kale, but I'm going to take them down out of the sun before I go in and to a more protected area. So any comments, suggestions, and polite concerns, please let me know. So this is our harvest for today. I did get one pear because it was falling off as I was walking by. So I'm going to let it ripen up and eat it. Well, actually, I have a handful of them. I'm going to let them soften up and eat them. Okay, fact about pears. Pears ripen from the inside out. So you might be squeezing the pear thinking that it's hard, and then you bite into it and you're like, oh, it's mush. It's because you can't tell like that. They ripen inside out. But they do give you a little bit of pull when they're about to ripen. So as you can see, have lots on this tree and over there. I'm looking at this one. These look like they're splitting. It's because we had so much rain in 1 week. They probably couldn't take all of the water at one time. And then you see one here is rotten. I'm going to take that off. So go out and check your trees. Well, I imagine in another month or so, we'll be pulling most of these off of this one. And we'll never get all of them off of this one. But this is the one I said I'm going to cut back and prune in the middle. And then cut all the branches back so that it doesn't get this big next year. Because nobody wants to come and pick them. They want me to pick them and then give them to them. But I'm not going to do that. So we'll see. Alright, this one, I see one left. I see one from here. It could be more on here, but it's so hot, y'all. I'm going in the house.